G'day guys, MFWest here, and we are continuing our Mythic boss, or Mythic Battle for Desirelore boss guides, and today we have Opulence. So, recently the guild killed Mythic Opulence, and to be honest, fight was a little bit annoying, but the last phase kind of makes up for it. Like, I'm gonna really appreciate getting better gear and just cruising through each of the different rooms, but pretty annoying fight, and haven't done an 8-minute fight since like August, so yeah, wasn't a huge fan of it, but the end is such a meme. The fact that we run like our meme spec. So gonna go through my gear, my talents, and then get straight into the commentary. And I'm gonna kind of like chop up the commentary because I don't want to just sit here and talk for 8 minutes about the fight. Sorry, about the fight when a lot of the rooms are the same. Okay, so I'll just go through the 3 different types of rooms, 2 to 3 different types of rooms, and the last phase, and then call it. So let's get into the talents now. Why I say run the meme build. The meme build is Infected Claws, Bursting Swords. The reason why you do this is because at the end of the boss fight, when the ad spawns, you can literally solo. I think Unholy, like 2 Unholies could solo the ads in a matter of time very easily. And if you pick up the Opal gem, every time you hit a new enemy, you get % damage increase. So you're gonna, depending on your guild's DPS, you should get only 2 sets of ads. And by the end of the second set of ads, you are like pumping, like seriously pumping, like huge numbers. So Infected Claws, Bursting Swords. If you do not have any Festamite, I would not recommend running this build because unfortunately our single target DPS does suffer quite a lot running this, but it's okay, but you will see a bit of a difference in single target. So Infected Claws, Bursting Swords, doesn't really matter what you run here. I guess, yeah, doesn't really matter. The next, Soul Reaper is 100%, there's no option there. Now, some people like taking Wraith Walk, some people like taking Death Pact. I like taking Wraith Walk because in some of the rooms you're going to see where you have to drop off some of the debuffs, or in the ranged room. This Wraith Walk just lets you get back to the target a little bit faster, and it can get you out of a sticky situation. If you have to drop off your debuff from the room as it's about to get like flames all over the floor, Wraith Walk can get you out. There's a lot of different scenarios where Wraith Walk can help. In the final in the final phase, Wraith Walk's great to drop your gold like way out of the group in like the ramp, and that's what your guild will want you to do. So yeah, you can take Death Pact, but I would personally take Wraith Walk. It's just so handy for situations. Next, Epidemic 100% because of what happens in the last phase. So you're going to be Dark Transformation when the ad spawns, D&D, and then spamming Scourge Strike and spamming Epidemic to drop your runic power. Okay. Last row, Unholy Frenzy, without a doubt. So I believe my gear hasn't changed since we killed the fight. So got a 410 socketed weapon, which is pretty good. 415. Hold up, I'm in my AoE gear. 400. So I've got a 400. I've bonus rolled Champs and Jadefire and not got any upgrades, guys. I got lucky with my PvP cache, got a Duelist shoulder piece, and I bought this with Residium last week. So it's got Festamite, Filthy Transfusion, not the best. Crafted both my waist and my legs. Shitty boots, kind of shitty rings, decent trinket, and yeah, decent Razan's Flaming Eye. So that's pretty much everything. If you want to look at my stats, I'll show you my stats. I'm at 23% haste, 18% crit, and yeah, not too bad. Pretty low mastery, which is fine. Let's get into the video. Okay, so from the beginning, of course, us DKs are on the melee side. Hopefully you are too. This guy will, hopefully your raid's DPS is good, and he won't even get his fire off before we start pushing. Now, just a bit of talk. I use Army of the Dead here at the beginning because on a few of our attempts, more than 3 attempts, we've gotten to the last phase and I've managed to get 2 armies off with about 20 or 15 seconds uptime on my second army. This kill attempt, I get like 2 seconds left on my army, which means that no one dies and it's a perfect clean kill, which I didn't expect, but yeah. So honestly, if you think your raid will not make it 100% to the last room with everyone up, then don't army. Save your army for lust because your army is going to do a lot of damage with that Opal damage buff as well. So yeah, just kind of gauge it. I made a mistake. I didn't think we get a clean kill. But hey, there you go. So the 2 mechanics to worry about is his big, the bulwark crush slam thingy that is on the ground. It's a pretty wide area. All you have to do is stand behind it. Second thing is the Flames of Punishment. You have to just rotate around his body. He always does it clockwise, so just make sure you're starting on the other side of him. So dodge Bulwark, dodge Flames, and then deal with Laser. The laser will spawn a patch of flames underneath the person that it's going to target. So if you see it underneath you, then you need to run the hell out of your raid group, because you can get paired with laser and flames at the same time. There are some pretty dirty overlaps in these rooms. So yeah, be careful of that. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Flames, Bulwark, and the laser. That's it. So I've skipped forward here, guys, and we're up to, I've actually been teleported into the ranged room. Now, during the fight, you'll be teleported by the boss, and they'll swap people into different rooms. Now, the ranged room sucks because you have to just take care of that thing that I had there called Volatile Charge. You have to drop it on the outer rim of the room. Now, in this room, it's given to you whilst the flames across the room are going out. So save your AMS for this exact moment and run it out and put it somewhere safe in the room. You have to make sure that you place it nowhere near the front gate or melee. So get it really far out. Use a defensive to run in past the flames. And yeah, like I said, just get it out. So you got Bulwark happening, you got the spitting flames, and you've got this Volatile Charge to take care of. Now, I've had some pretty bad RNG with Volatile Charge, but this wasn't that bad of an attempt. There you see me pick up the Opal Gem. You have to get it. Your raid leader will designate certain people to get certain gems. Tell him that you will pump if you get given the Opal Gem. Like, Opal Gem is huge, like massive. Not even questionable. Like, you have to give an Unholy Death Knight Opal Gem. Okay, so we're getting close to the end now. I think we only have like one more room left until we're in the final room. So when you get to the gem room, you're almost done. I run my charge out, and you pretty much always have like Wraithwalk or Death's Advance up whenever you want to drop your charges out, unless you get very unlucky. In this final room, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except the volatile charges are huge. So there's a big space. So I'm going to skip forward here, and you're going to see this is what he does. Same thing, Flames of Punishment. You want to rotate around the boss, and the most important thing here is to kill the boss, or the bosses, evenly. If you do not kill them evenly, it just makes the fight awkward later on, and you have to wait for the other group. So here's stage 2. I use Wraithwalk and Death's Advance to get over to Opulence, and let's talk about this phase. So the first thing you have to worry about is Spirits of Gold. He picks certain people at different times in the fight to get gold. Now you have to drop these as far away as possible. Like there you go, the first 2 just go out now. Someone gets Coin Shower, and we have major defensive cooldowns for each person that does. Now the next round of Liquid Gold goes out, and here's the third and final phase. If you get the third one, it's the worst one to get because you're going to have like the least amount of uptime on the boss when they add spawn. So I choose to run out. I've got 2 seconds left on my Liquid Gold, and I'm going to gate back onto the boss. Now I've already missed about 20 to 30% of the ad's HP. And it's one of the reasons why I didn't pass as well as I did on this fight. I think I ended up getting like a 93 percentile on this fight, but anyway. It's unlucky. Now, I do want to test a strat, and I will mention in the comments if this is better. Before Liquid Gold comes out, the third Liquid Gold, I'm going to AMS and see if I can not get it, alright? I'm going to see, because I'm not sure, and no one has actually talked about it or anything. So if you AMS before the third and final Liquid Gold comes out, it might stop you from getting it. We don't know. Gotta try it out. I get it again. And that's good though, because if you get the early ones, then you don't have to worry about getting it on when the ads spawn, okay? So this next phase of ads, we lust and pre-pot, second pre-pot. As you can see, I'm only going to get like 8 seconds of uptime on army when I use it for the second time. It's not that amazing. So 22% DPS increase here. We're pumping. I'm about to jump up so high from 26k. Alright, so here come the ads. I've got Unholy Frenzy and Dark Transformation ready. D&D down, and watch the climb, boys. Watch the climb. It's crazy. So yeah, this set of ads will die extremely fast because of all the open people with the DPS buffs and whatnot. So yeah, this is going pretty good right here, and we are almost done. If you get to this part and pretty much your entire raid's up, it's GG. You're going to have too much damage, and Opulence is just going to die. So I believe I finished this fight at around 47k. Now the next coin shower, we're committing suicide. So army is up in 15 seconds, and guess who gets given the last coin shower? I do. So I'm going to sacrifice myself, but we're actually going to kill the boss before I even die. So look, 7 seconds on army. Again, everyone's alive at this point except one person, and I'm barely going to get the second army off. Army, I'm watching on cooldown. Here it comes. Now I get coin shower, and my raid leader's like, Psychotypal, go kill yourself because we don't want your debuff on us. And I live, which is great. And there's the kill. So 47k, not too bad. I think I could have pushed like 50, 52k if I was able to DPS the first set of ads a bit more, but I'm happy with it. It was a decent pool with decent RNG. So there you have it, guys. Plenty more content on the way. Like I said in my Facebook post on MFWest WoW, I've got a shitload of videos coming out over the next 3 to 4 days. So be on the lookout. Follow me on social media at MFWest WoW on Facebook and Twitter, and stay unholy. Let's see how we turn out. Peace.